This is my last amp, but once I took this thing out, this is a 1964 Blonde Bassman piggyback. This is the amp head. I mean, I was looking at these transformers and they look brand new. This is one of the cleanest amps. It is the cleanest amp I've got. These definitely are bad. They've got their blisters. There are the old white knobs. You can see. But I mean, I was just super impressed with how clean these transformers are. It's pretty amazing. 64. That's 46, almost 47 years old. Looks like it just came off the factory floor. One thing I wanted to mention, I did a little of my own experimenting with different valued caps, and Gerald Weber recommends beefing up the first filter section. This is 70 microfarads by 350 volt in series. These two work together so that it becomes 700 volts at 35 microfarads. He uses 220 microfarads at 350 volts, which makes it 700 volts at 110. This definitely makes the amp have more punch. And also, I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, the amp sounds good. It's got a little bit extra hum, I think, more than it should have. And you wonder, well, are these caps still good? But as you can see, they all have this blister here across the vent hole, and this one's even worse than most of them. That's just an indication that I don't know, they actually produce a gas, and that's what pushes these out. You can pop these and a little bit of gas will come out, but that's an indication that they're all bad. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that now. Sink it back a little bit. Trying to cut it as close as I can. There's plenty of space on this thing, so I can get a new wire in there, even though the old wire is still there. Make sure you remember the polarities. Plus, this is the plus side, which it actually has a little plus on the end too. And the negative side's over there, and I will suck that solder out. Hadn't been touched. Since 1964. Just for fun, I'm gonna, this really isn't necessary, but I just like working on these amps. But I'm gonna take this tube off. This is my dental pick. It works real good for uncurling this crimp here. You gotta be a little careful because this old cardboard tears up. Let's just get it in there. Get that thing started. Once you get it started, it's a lot easier. Trying to keep it all together because it's really curled around underneath there. These picks work great. You can see. And you just kind of lift it up. Just put it on the new cap. Kind of makes it look cool still. I mean, the blue ones actually look kind of nice now because everybody knows they're Sprague Adams, and those are supposedly some of the best you can get still. But Just get that all uncurled. This is a good one. This one's in still. I don't know what they did with this amp. Man, they must have stored it in some hermetically sealed basement or something. Because this thing, I mean, even the cardboard's in pretty good shape. There you go. Messed it up a little bit. Now you can just pop that thing out like that. Can you see that? Let's pop her right out. There's the old cap. Old cap with the blister. A little bit open so I can get my blade under there so I don't scar anything up. Pretty much just pull it off. Now, like I said, you got to get the polarity right. Even if you don't have this cover on there, you know usually the black side is the positive. So you have the negative, that's a negative sign pointing this way, so the shiny side's the negative. These are actually Kendrick brand caps. He had his own caps made. I don't know, they look like Sprague Adams, but he says it costs a lot of money to have your own cap made. And now let's see the tube. Remember, the positive is the black side, so there's the black side. I want the positive going in this way. And that thing does look like it leaked a little bit on that side. Now, it's still tight, but it should go in this time. Now, shoot. To round this out a little bit. Sometimes you have to flare it out just a hair to get it started. Once you get it in there, it's easy. Make sure you still get the polarity right. There you go, see? Piece of cake, almost a perfect fit. And then you just roll this over again, like that. Doesn't look quite as good as the factory crimp, but doesn't look too bad. I mean, I can make it look a little better than that with some kind of a tool here. It's not quite as big as the old one, but it still almost looks original, and it's a real nice fit. And then the rubber here, you know, will help hold them in because it's made for these tubes. Perfect. Let's see, I got the first two done on the left there. See the new caps and the new Sprague Adams inside the tubes, and I mean, there's a perfect fit on these. They just look just like the originals. And I'm gonna put my 40 right here. Actually, I'm not sure if that'll even fit in this tube. It may not, so it's gonna blow my job as far as looking cool and original, but this gives the amp more punch. Instead of the original 20 microfarad, you use the 40. Yep, here's the board. It's a relatively simple circuit. Probably why it sounds so good. I have to change. This is the negative bias cap, 25 by 50 volt, and this goes the opposite. It grounds. The positive goes to ground, so you always got to get those reverse. And really nothing much to do. Take out these duals and put in two 25 by 25s, 2 on each one of these, and that's it. You can see the date here, 1964. I don't know, that might be the assembler's initials, WB, stamped all over here, 3 places.